In late 2022, something happened inside Google that almost never happens at the world's most powerful technology company. Panic. ChatGPT had just launched. It reached 1 million users in 5 days, 100 million in 2 months. And for the first time in 20 years, there was a credible answer to the question, what if people stopped using Google to find things? Sundar Pichai, Google's CEO, declared a company-wide code red. The message was blunt. A startup had blindsided the most powerful technology company on Earth on its own turf. Every team was redirected. Every resource was reprioritized. The existential threat wasn't a competitor with more money or more users. It was a chatbot that answered questions instead of linking to websites. The consensus narrative that followed was unanimous. AI would kill Google search. The $175 billion annual revenue engine that funded everything DeepMind, YouTube, Google Cloud, Android, all of it was about to be disrupted by the same technology Google had helped invent. Analysts wrote the obituary. Journalists ran the headlines. Investors punished the stock. And then something unexpected happened. Google's search queries hit all-time highs. Search revenue grew 19%. Google's stock doubled in 12 months. And the investors, who ignored the panic and held their shares, doubled their money while everyone else was writing Google off. So what did the consensus miss? And what does getting it this wrong tell us about how the AI market actually works? Why everyone was wrong and what's actually at risk? The fear made logical sense. If people ask ChatGPT instead of Googling, Google loses the query. No query, no ad, no revenue. The logic was clean, and the conclusion seemed inevitable. There were 2 problems with it. The first is that AI overviews. Google's AI-generated summary boxes built directly into standard search results didn't replace search behavior. They enhanced it. Users got better answers, came back more often, asked more follow-up questions. The threat model assumed answering a question ends the conversation. It turned out that answering a question well starts more conversations. AI overviews now reach 2.5 billion monthly users, an order of magnitude larger than ChatGPT. Search engagement went up, not down. The second problem is that the consensus misunderstood where Google actually makes its money. Google doesn't make money when you search. It makes money when you click an ad after searching. And the queries most likely to generate ad clicks, commercial queries, someone about to buy something, are exactly the queries AI is worst at replacing. The most valuable part of search was never at risk. The consensus was measuring the wrong thing, but the threat didn't disappear. It transformed. AI overviews have already pushed organic click-through rates down sharply on queries where they appear. Publishers are receiving 30% less traffic from Google than a year ago. And then there's AI Mode, Google's full conversational search interface, launched in 2025. The one that behaves more like ChatGPT, where users expect the AI to complete their research entirely. 64% of AI Mode sessions end without a single click to any website. Google is adapting fast embedding ads directly inside AI responses, building new formats for AI surfaces. So far, revenue is holding, but the margin per query is quietly compressing. Google is doing more compute-intensive work and potentially collecting less per interaction. The search cash cow isn't dying, but it is changing. Whether Google can successfully migrate its most profitable business to AI-native ad formats without destroying the margin that makes search irreplaceable is the most important financial question of the next 5 years. The real play nobody saw, but here's where the Google story gets genuinely interesting, because surviving the AI threat was only half of what happened. While everyone was debating whether search would die, Google was quietly locking in every layer of the AI stack. Start at the bottom, the chips. Most AI companies, including OpenAI and Anthropic, pay NVIDIA for every GPU they use. Google doesn't. For over a decade, it has been building its own AI chips called TPUs. The 7th generation, Ironwood, launched in 2025. 4 times more efficient than its predecessor, 44% cheaper to operate than NVIDIA's equivalent. Google keeps these chips entirely inside Google Cloud. Every customer running AI on Google gets a cost advantage no other cloud provider can match. That advantage widens every generation. One layer up, the models. Gemini is the only frontier AI model at its scale, trained entirely on proprietary chips. OpenAI pays NVIDIA. Anthropic pays NVIDIA. Google trains Gemini on Ironwood TPU Use It built itself. The margin advantage compounds directly into Google Cloud's pricing power. One layer up, the cloud. Google Cloud grew 63% in a single quarter, early 2026. The contracted backlog future revenue customers have already signed and committed to pay nearly doubled in a single quarter to $460 billion. And Sundar Pichai told investors the number would have been even higher if Google had enough compute to meet demand. The constraint isn't customers, it's supply. And then there's the detail that captures everything. Anthropic approaching $1 trillion valuation, building Claude. Google's direct competitor signed the largest TPU deal in Google's history in November 2025, committing to hundreds of thousands of Ironwood chips scaling toward 1 million by 2027. The company competing with Google's model is running on Google's infrastructure. Google profits from Anthropic whether Claude beats Gemini or not. One layer up, the research. DeepMind solved protein folding in 2020, a problem biology had been trying to crack for 50 years. That same lab is now fully integrated into Google's product and model development. The research engine behind AlphaGo and AlphaFold is no longer operating separately. It's inside the machine. And at the top, the distribution. 2 billion users across Search, YouTube, Android, Chrome, and Gmail. Google can deploy a new AI feature to more people in a single product update than OpenAI has acquired as users in its entire existence. No other company in the AI era owns all 5 layers simultaneously. Not OpenAI, not Anthropic, not Microsoft, not NVIDIA. And while the world was watching the chatbot race, Google was holding the infrastructure every contestant has to run on. In 2019, Larry Page and Sergey Brin handed Sundar Pichai a company built almost entirely on one product. His job was to prove Google could be more than that. The AI era was supposed to be the moment that exposed the weakness. It turned out to be the moment that revealed the foundation. The chatbot race everyone was watching was never the real competition. The real competition was for the infrastructure underneath it. And Google quietly, over a decade, had already won that race before anyone knew it was happening. The code red wasn't the story. What Google built, while everyone was watching the code red, that was the story.